Yup, I've officially joined this club. 48 years on the planet and feeling like I had 20/20 excellent vision, and it turns out not so much. So what's it like to have to go and get a pair of glasses and do that in somewhere like Bali? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what the cost of these were. My new Guy Laroche glasses. And yeah, I'm going to tell you all about it. So a couple of weeks ago, when Yvonne and I were still in Malaysia, Yvonne's worn glasses since she was, I think, about 14 years old. And I've always felt like I had excellent vision, no need for spectacles. And I've just got on with it, dealt with things, never really felt like I couldn't see anything. And when we were in Malaysia, we're still in Kuala Lumpur, I wanted to go and get checked out for a new pair of contact lenses. And when we were on the way in there, I was saying to her that recently when I've been using my phone, I'd really started to feel that the text was getting a little bit blurry. She said to me, "Have you had an eye test?" "No, I haven't." "Right, let's go." So we went into a optician's in the mall in Petaling Jaya. Now, in Malaysia, an eye test is free of charge. I think they're about 20 or 40 pounds in the UK, so felt like, well, it's free, why don't we just go and do it? So I went in, and the woman in the store got me to put my head on one of those things, sit there and get the eye test done. And when she did that, she told me that I had astigmatism in my left eye and that I was long-sighted. Is that the right one? Where basically things close up to me, I wasn't very good at reading, but things further away were fine. Is that long-sighted? Tell me down below. I'm terrible at remembering these things. But me being me, right, the way my brain works is that's like information overload. I can't process all that at once. So I leave, I don't do anything with the details that she's given me. She literally wrote them down on a bit of paper. And then I go back to the hotel, the apartment Yvonne and I are staying in, and I open up Claude AI, right? So you've got like Chat GPT, you have Claude, you have Grok, multiple different platforms. I'm using Claude just now. And I tell Claude to play the role of a 20-year specialist optician, and I feed in the bit of paper and it says, yeah, astigmatism, pupils a very different shape, and probably I've been dealing with this my whole life. My whole life, my brain has been having to over-adjust text and images in order to allow me to process it. And because I've gone 48 years by never having an eye test, it highlights that actually I've got a bit of an eye issue, astigmatism, right? So now I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do? Do I need to get glasses? Look at me fixing these like absolute bellend. So I don't make the purchase because I'm looking at the cost and it's like 500 ringgit, which is, I don't know, £100 or £1 or something, and I can't quite make the decision. So we leave and we arrive here in Bali, and now we get to this location, which is Sanur. After being through Kuta Beach and Ubud, we get here and we're out for a walk in the evening, and we find a mall. It's called Icon Bali Mall, and we go in, and there's 3 floors or 4 floors of stores, and there just so happens to be, I think, 4 optician stores, 3 side by side and 1 on the level above. And I said to Yvonne, let's go in. So I go into this store called Optic Malani. I think that's how you say it, right? Put it on, so it'll be on screen for you to see now. We go in and we talk to the young gentleman behind the desk whose name is Alvin, and Alvin becomes a bit of a hero in this story for me. Go in and I speak to Alvin, and I'm trying on different glasses and trying on different sets, right? Trying to make a decision about what I need. I'm talking to Alvin and I'm telling him, right, I've had an eye test in Kuala Lumpur, and I think I'm long-sighted and I've got astigmatism. Could you check this just before I do anything more? So he's like, yep, no problem, free of charge. Takes me into a room, and we sit and have a proper eye test, like a real proper eye test. Not that they didn't do that in Kuala Lumpur, but she just got me to sit my head in that machine, Alvin, on the other hand, gets the glasses things on, the things that make you look like Harry Potter, you know, those big ones, and he's putting in the different lenses. And through that process, it turns out that I actually have astigmatism in both eyes. And I'm not only long-sighted, but I'm also short-sighted. And Alvin, being a great member of staff, right, great employee, real credit to the branch, got to say I was, as an ex-retail person myself, as an ex-salesperson, right, I could recognise the young sales assistant in Alvin, a little bit in myself back when I used to work in Halfords in the early days of retail. So I'm in this store and I'm trying on different glasses. I'll show you this, look. This is me trying on these glasses. This is me trying on other glasses. This is me trying on, look at those bad boys, eh? Look at that. So I'm trying these on, right, help of Alvin. And I'm asking Claude at the same time, which of these pairs of glasses suit my face? I'm using AI, and the hilarious part is Yvonne, my wife, is standing next to me like, those are good. I'm like, Claude, which of these looks best on my face? Claude tells me that these ones looked best on my face. So Alvin gets me in the room, we're doing the eye test and everything, and he's putting them in. Now, this is the experience that he gave me. I'm getting pains and tiredness because I'm editing all these videos for you guys on my laptop and doing all the kind of text and writing titles and all that stuff, and I'm getting tired late at night. And that's where my vision on my phone and my screen's starting to go all wonky. So these have got the old blue light technology built into them, right, to filter out that light from my laptop screen. And Alvin's expertise says to me, you really need, is it varifocals or multifocals for the long distance and the short distance? But he says, as a 48-year-old man who's never worn glasses before, if you get these, you'll never wear them. You might for a few weeks and then you'll give up because it will be so difficult for your brain to process. So just get the set for reading and working on your computer and start with that for the next year. Now, I'm looking at long distances, right, and I'm like, I can see fine. However, when he puts the different lenses in, my goodness, how have I lived my whole life like this? Thinking that my vision was excellent, and it turns out it's actually not. See, when I've got these on now, right, and I'm looking at my phone screen, I'm reading text, and I take them off, the best way I could describe it is like 3D glasses on a TV. Suddenly everything pops when I've got these on, and when I take them off, it's as if I've got the old Sunday morning shakes after a big Saturday night. Back in the old days I'm talking about. So we decide on these, we decide on the lenses, and he tells me that it's 5 to 7 days to order these and get them delivered. And I'm like, great, well, I'm here for just over, I've got like, I don't know, I think at that point we had about 10 days in total, right, still to remain here in Bali before we leave. So I place the order, and he takes all the details, gets all the lenses set up, and off we go. We get the details sorted, and now he tells me, John, your order will be in the next 5 days. Now, that was on Friday, the 1st of May, right? Now we're leaving on the 12th, which is a week, and then the following Tuesday. So Friday the 1st of May, and I'm like, great, no problem. Now, on the Wednesday of the following week, which is the 6th, I get a WhatsApp message, right? And the WhatsApp message, and it's from the opticians, and I'm like, turn to Yvonne, and I'm like, glasses are in, let's go get them. So we get ready, we walk down to the mall. The mall is maybe about a mile down the road, right? But it's hot in Bali, so we stopped down there in the afternoon, sweating and all that. I get into the store, Alvin's there, and he's like, hello John, and I'm like, hello, can you collect my glasses? And he's like, we text you to tell you that your glasses aren't here yet. And I'm like, did you? And I open up my WhatsApp message, and they had in fact texted me to tell me that the glasses weren't here, and that's why I need glasses, because I didn't even process the message, and I walked Yvonne all the way down to the mall only for them to tell me they weren't in. So that was Wednesday's little adventure. Now come the weekend, right, Friday, which is now the full 7 days, that's the 8th of May, I'm starting to panic because I'm thinking I'm going to leave next week. So I send them a text message, what's happening? They respond back in the WhatsApp and said, Just to confirm, your glasses have left Jakarta on a flight. They'll be here later today. And then about 2 hours later, they text me and said, the flight's been cancelled, the plane hasn't left. And I'm thinking, oh, why is this always me? My dad used to joke about our surname and would say, that's what happens when you are a name or surname, right? Say that's what happens when you carry that name, John, you get a bit of bad luck. Just jest, right? It was just one of those things we used to joke about. And I'm saying to Yvonne, this is it all over again. Because now I'm texting and I'm like, will I get a refund? And I'm asking Claude, what will happen next? And Claude's like, you'll need to do a chargeback. And luckily I paid on my credit card, right? Don't know why, it just popped into my head, paying your credit card. And now that it's going wrong, I'm probably going to have to phone bloody Virgin MasterCard and tell them, oh, I've bought these glasses and they've not arrived. And then I'm thinking, well, if they arrive, Paul and Cheryl, who we had just met, they're here for another couple of weeks. They're then going to Kuala Lumpur after this. Maybe Paul could pick the glasses. My brain's in like overdrive, right? Anyway, I think either Alvin or one of the members of staff texted me back and said, we guarantee you'll get your glasses before you leave on Tuesday. So I thought, oh, that's good. I like that commitment from them. And then on Saturday, next day, text message, your glasses are here, come and collect them. So I go down to the store, go in, Alvin's there again, young lad, helps me try them on, do a wee test and all that, get them set up, then he does the adjustments and everything for me, and I'm happy. So that's me. I've got my Guy Laroche glasses, which I think, pretty cool. Right now, more importantly, how much did a pair of, I think these are French custom frames, and blue light lenses which have Rodenstock, which is apparently a lens manufacturer from like the 1800s or something that's like incredible, or I don't know, the 1900s, but a phenomenal pair of high quality lenses. How much do you think these cost in comparison to UK prices? Let me give you the cost breakdown. The frames were 940,000 Indonesian rupee, and I got them discounted by 600,000, which then came out at 340,000 Indonesian rupee. And the lenses, custom lenses with the blue light technology, was 2.8 million Indonesian rupee. So the question is, how much was all of that then, John? There you go. 136 quid. 136 quid in Bali for custom made glasses, delivered within, well, 8 days, thanks Alvin, and the whole experience of buying these in Bali, and now finally being able to see something on my phone taken care of. So people always ask, like, when we're travelling, what do you do about medical expenses? What happens when something goes wrong? Reality is, most of this stuff's pretty cheap, right? It's like, it's not Western prices. I've been to a 5-star doctor in Kuala Lumpur and it was £32 for an appointment. I've been for a CAT scan in Kuala Lumpur, which was 200 quid, which would have been God knows what in the UK, never mind the waiting times. And now I've had glasses for 136 quid, right? People made a big deal out of the shirt that I bought. The comments were filled with info about the shirt. I dread to think what's going to happen now that I've got the old spectacles on, so you can let me know down below. Alvin, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I really appreciate your quality service the whole way through. Friendly and incredibly professional young man, so big thumbs up to Alvin.
Okay.
Subscribe to your channel. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Got my glasses. I'm officially a spectacles, testicles, wallet and watch guy. Crack that joke all the time. Anyway, got them here. Thanks to Alvin in the store who helped me out. Now I can actually see for a change. Right, let's get on with this day.